Yes, in this class we are going to see about JavaScript variables. Okay, so if you take any programming, we are using a variable. It's a runtime entity which will hold the variable, which will hold the values. Okay, so the same principle can be applied for the JavaScript too. So what is a JavaScript variable? So JavaScript variables are used to hold values or the expressions. Okay, so it can able to take values or some expressions like x plus y, like that. It can take the expressions. Okay, that is z is equal to x plus y. That kind of expressions also can be taken in the variables. So generally it is used to store the values as well as expression. So how to create a variable based upon certain rules. Okay, so variable names are case sensitive. Okay, next thing is variable names must be begin with a letter or the underscore character. So these are the two rules available to create a JavaScript. And one more thing is you can apply the combinations of characters like small a to small z or capital A to capital Z and 0 to 9 numbers for defining the variable name. So you have to keep in mind the variable names are case sensitive. Suppose you are defining the variable name as small a b c and it is not same as capital A B C. Okay, the capital A B C variable name is differ from small a b c. Okay. So how to declare a variable in a JavaScript? So generally we use in C, C++, Java, we have used a data type to create a variable. Okay, but here this is for entirely different. So you have to use a term var. Okay, either you can use var, okay, or you can simply create without var. Okay, there are two possible ways. Let's see them. So var is used to create a variable name. So here the variable name is x. Another example where what is the variable name here is car name. So how to declare the variable name? You have to use the var and the variable name. Okay, and end with semicolon. Next thing is how to assign the values to the variable. Okay, there are you can assign the value. Okay, the value may be an integer value, the value may be the value may be string value. Okay, it depends upon the assignment given to the variable. Okay, see here variable x equal to 5. Okay, so that means it's x will take the integer value representation. So here based upon the input given to the variable, the data the type of the variable is assigned. Okay, so that is a difference between your existing C, C++, Java compared with JavaScript. Okay, so here so what type of car name, what data type is a car name? So based upon the value, see here the value here is enclosed within double quotes. It's a string value. So automatically the car name comes under a string type. Okay. Next thing is assigning statement with assign statement. So here you are using the var as a variable declaration. Okay, it takes both variable creation as well as assignment. So if you take here it is only declaration. Suppose if you want to assign the value, you go you can separate the assignment part as well as the declaration part. See here the declaration part is x and the assignment part is x equal to 5. Okay, the declaration part is car name and the assignment part is car name is equal to the Volvo. Okay, so there are two ways you can able to declare the JavaScript variables. Okay, so let's see one example using variable in JavaScript. So start with the HTML code and insert the script. Either you can insert the script in the body or the HTML head. Okay, that comes under the embedded script concept. The script, how the script start with the script tag and end with the slash script, and we are defining the variable as var x equal to 10. Okay, in this part both variable declaration as well as assignment takes place. Again we have another variable y is equal to 20, and you can put the end result z is equal to x plus y. Okay, so what happened as I already explained about the use of arithmetic operator, the plus will add x value and y value and the result will be assigned with the help of assignment operator to z. So what happened? 20 plus 10, 30 will be assigned to Z. Okay, so this thing to be displayed in your HTML document, okay, body document in the web page. So this can be done with the help of document method. The method name is write method. Okay, so you can use the document dot write method to print the Z value. So just pass the Z variable here. Okay, that will give the end result. Okay, the end result is 30, that is displayed in the HTML. The output of this HTML is 30 will be displayed in the HTML body. Next, come to the data type. So in previous case we see the variables. The variables are assigned with value. The value will determine the data type. Now so we have what are the collection of data types that have been used in JavaScript. Okay, so as usual you go for C, Java or C++ concept, we have such kind of data types. So the same data type may be repeated here also in JavaScript. The first one is the number. The numbers are value that can be processed and calculated, either positive or negative. Okay, so if you are giving, you can see the example later. Now see what it says. Number will you are assigning any values to the variable. That value can be either positive or negative value. So so it takes the variable takes the number type. Suppose if you are enclose the string of enclose the a set of letters or numbers in a quotation mark, so that thing becomes a string concept. Okay, a series of letters and numbers enclosed in the quotation mark is a string data type. Okay, next thing is Boolean. So Boolean, as usual, it will come and check the variable value. It's either true or false. So let's see, you evaluate whether a condition meets or does not meet the specified criteria, then you apply for the Boolean type. Okay, so this Boolean type is used for variable evaluating the variable value. Okay, either true or false. Next thing is a null value. So null type is it's an empty value. So null is not same as 0. Okay, so here 0 is a real calculatable number, whereas null is the absence of any value. Suppose if you are declaring the variable as var x, okay, then you are not defining any value, then automatically it takes the null value. Okay, because the variable is not defined. Okay, so it is an undefined. So if, suppose you are assigning the variable value x equal to null, then it is an empty value. Okay, there are two concepts that comes here, null as well as undefined. Okay, so it is entirely different from variable x equal to 0. Okay, so x is a calculatable 0 is a calculatable value, where null defines nothing. Okay, it's an empty value. Next type is again the number comes into either an integer or a floating point representation. Now let's take integer representation. We have a decimal, octal and hexadecimal representation. So how we can represent the decimal integer is a normal integer without a leading 0. Okay, that thing, example 752 is a normal integer value without the without a leading 0. Okay, so that thing is represented as a decimal integer. Next, an octal value. So how the octal integers are represented? An integer with a leading 0 is an octal integer. Say for example the 56, before 56 0 is introduced, so it is an octal value, whereas this one is an integer value because there is no leading 0. Next thing is hexadecimal. So what is how we can define an hexadecimal? Okay, see here an integer with a leading, okay, 0 x small x or 0 capital X. So this x represents hexadecimal. If it is only 0, then it represents the octal. Okay, if it is having 0 as well as x, small x and 0 as well as capital X, then that kind of representation is known as hexadecimal integer. Say example, see here 0 small x 5f, it's a hexadecimal integer value. 0 capital X C72. Again, it comes under the hexadecimal integer value. So these kinds of types also, number types has been defined in JavaScript. Okay. Next, take another representation, floating point. Okay, so what is the difference between the previous integer and floating point? We have some precision value. Okay, see here, a floating point, how a floating point literals include a decimal integer plus a decimal point and a fraction expression, and a fraction expressed as another decimal number or an expression indicator and a type suffix. Say for example, if you take this value 7.2945, 7 is the decimal integer plus decimal point, okay, then we have the fraction expression, fraction part, that is 0.2945. 2945 is the fractional part. So if you this kind of value represents the floating point value because it includes the fractional component. Okay, see here, here we have decimal integer plus decimal point and the fraction part. Okay, and we have another exponential part also we can include in the floating point value. Okay, exponent e power 3 and e power minus 3. So these are the examples for floating point value. So next type is string. As I said earlier, the string literals contain 0 or more characters which is enclosed in a single or double quotes. So here what the advantage of strings, defining strings in the JavaScript is you can use either double quotes to define the string value, otherwise you can use a single quotes. Okay, so both will give the results without any errors. Okay, suppose if your string is defined by single quote 245, then the 245 is a string value. Okay, if your value HELLO is defined with double quotes, then this becomes the string type. Okay, so either you can use double quotes or single quotes. But if you take Java or C++, the single quotes is used for representing the character, single character representation. Okay, where double quotes represents the group of character. But in JavaScript, we have the group of characters are either represented with the help of single quotes, double quotes or single quotes. Okay, see, suppose you are not within double quotes, if you are not defining any value, okay, you are not typing any value, then this is an example for an empty string. Okay, so these are the these things can be possible in string data type. So let's say examples of these data types. So far we see number, boolean, okay, string, then num. Okay, so let's see example for these data types. See a number data type example. So how to define a script in HTML code is you have to define the language equal to JavaScript. Okay, then we have the two variable, a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3. Then you are going to sum c is equal to a plus b, and using document write method you are going to display the result colon. So what will be the output will be result colon. Okay, then document dot write c. So what is the return value? 3 plus 2, that is 2 plus 3 is a 5. So the exact output for this script will be result 5. Okay. So next thing is null data type example. See here, we are going to create a variable name as my test, and the variable is assigned with null type. So what happened? It won't. See here, if you print, if you want to display. If you want to display the variable value, okay, that is a null. Okay, you are using an alert method. Okay, it's using alert method. It's a window based property. So what happened? You are passing the my test variable to the alert method. So what happened? It will shows the null value. It doesn't shows any defined value. It will shows only the null value. Okay. Okay, so suppose if you are defining variable my test is equal to 0. So if you're calling the alert method my test, it will display 0. So now 0 becomes the calculatable value, okay, but here you are using null. So with so null says null will be displayed with the help of null. Nothing can be processed in the JavaScript, okay. Next example is string data type. See here you are using a variable name is a is equal to hello world, and you are using write method, you are going to display the string type, okay. So what is the output for this script is hello world, okay. Next thing is boolean. So as I said earlier, if you want to check the condition of the variable, okay, that is either true or false. See here I am going to define the variable as where a is equal to true. So when I am assigning a variable a is equal to true, then I am this boolean type is used to compare, okay, compare in the if condition, okay. See here when true is equals to true, so left hand side and right hand side are both are true, then automatically the if condition said satisfied, then it moves to the if block, okay. Suppose if I define the boolean type as false, then false is equal to true is obviously what happened, the condition become false, then it will skip the block, okay. So as per this example the condition is true, it will enter into the block. So what is the right method statement here given is the result is true, okay. So boolean data types to check the variable condition that is either true or false, okay. Now so far we have seen the variables and its data type. Now we are going to see about the statement. So what is its statement? So as we know, we are using C, C++ code, and Java we know the statement, a collection of code. So similarly here, so what is statement is JavaScript statement is a command to the browser, okay. So because the statement is end with what, see here it's a statement, the statement with will be end with what, semicolon, okay. So the purpose of this command is to tell the browser what to do, okay. So so whenever you are defining the this kind of statement inside the script or inside in your HTML code JavaScript, so what happened, it will inform the browser to do some actions, okay. What action here is performed is the write method get invoked, and inside the write method the hello dolly will be displayed, okay. So we can use this single line statement as well as multi-line statement in JavaScript. Let's see. So this is a multi-line, many statements has been grouped in script, okay. See here what will be the output for this is output for this script is this is a header comes to the h1 property, and this is a paragraph comes to the paragraph content, and this is another paragraph comes to the another paragraph content. So what will be the exact output is we will be having one header, one paragraph, and another paragraph, so totally two paragraph and one header. So how these things has been created, because what happened whenever you create these kinds of statement with end with semicolon, okay, end with semicolon, so it will instruct the browser to instruct the browser to render the document, okay, what information inside the write method, okay, that will be displayed. Next thing is JavaScript block. So what is a JavaScript block is JavaScript statements can be grouped together in a block, okay. So generally you know in a C, C++ or Java we have a block. How the block start with it's a block will start with left curly bracket and end with right curly bracket, okay. So you can group the set of statement JavaScript statement with the help of block. So what is the purpose is, the purpose of a block is to make the sequence of the statement execute together, okay. So that's the purpose, we have to create a block in order to execute the set of statement set of statement together, okay. See here, in previous example we doesn't include any block, okay. It will simply come each and every line, it will come to each and every line, the information will be passed to the browser, whereas in this case a set of information, a set of sequence of instruction, that is sequence of statement will be given to the browser, and browser will handle the write method, and the message will be displayed, which is created in the write method, okay. So see here, so we are using the left curly braces, and end of the statement we are using another right curly braces, okay. So if you open, you should close the curly braces, okay, then only these statements are being grouped together, okay. So we have already seen about the JavaScript operator, okay. We have used assignment operator, plus operator, and plus is used to add the operator, okay, add the operand, okay. So these things we have discussed in the previous session itself, okay. So let's skip this information, and see here the plus can be used either to add the two values, otherwise to join the two string also, okay. So this plus is used to add string variables or text values together, okay. So the plus operator can be used on string. See here, this text one is a string. How it is a string? Because it is enclosed in a double quotes, okay. Text 2 also enclosed in a double quotes. So by adding these two string, and this result will be stored in another variable text tree, okay. So what will be the end result? The end result will be text 1 plus text 2. What is the text 1? What a very, okay, what a very, okay. Then it is concatenated with the next string is nice day, the nice day. So this is the output for this text 3 assignment, okay, text 1 plus text 2. Here the string will be combined together into a single string, okay. That's why you are using plus operator in string. Comparison operator we have already seen, is equal to and is exactly equal to, it will check both value as well as type, okay. Not equal to, okay, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So these things come into the comparison operator. Example, see here, if how the comparison operator have been used. So why are using if? Because by using if only you can able to check the condition, okay. How you can check the condition? By using the comparison operator. See, the comparison operator is less than operator, okay. So if the comparison operator compares the two value and the result will be true, then only if will be condition get satisfied and the statement will be printed, okay. Logical operator, if you want to compare if you want to compare more than if you want to compare the any expression, okay, then you go for the logical operator. See here, x is compared with 10, less than operator, then y is compared with another comparison operator greater than, okay. So we are using multiple comparison operator, and if the multiple comparison operator results get satisfied with AND operation. What is an AND operation? If both left and right side of the result will be true, then then it is true, okay. If any one if any one comparison fails, okay, it returns false, then automatically the AND operation becomes false, okay. So what is OR? As I discussed earlier, we have OR. It will check either true or false, okay. That is if it satisfies either true or false, okay, then what happen? It will be true, okay. Then say for example x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 5, okay. So, you are checking both x and y. So both thing is false, then it is a false, okay. If it is one property, if one comparison get true, then the result will be true. Either left side or right side, the result will be true. If both result is false, then automatically the OR operator will return the result as false. Okay. So what is when the results compared result is true, then what is the use of not operator? Not operator is the result will be false. When the compare result is false, then not will give true. Okay. So that is the logical operator. Next thing is the same conditional operator with the question mark and its expression value 1 and expression value 2, which has been used in C. Okay, so the same thing can be defined in JavaScript too. See here, based upon the condition. Okay, if the condition gets satisfied with the conditional operator, it will go to the first value. Okay, value 1. If the condition becomes false, it will move to the value 2. Example, see here, the visitor is equals to press. Okay, then it moves to the first value, that is dear president. If visitor is not equal to press, then it move to the dear. Okay, so if the condition is true in the given part, okay, the first value will be displayed. Okay, it's the same as in C and C++. We are using these kinds of a single line statement. Okay, it's a single line statement to check the condition and to progress either to true value or false value. Okay. So it's a block. As I said in previous case, we are using single line. We are using a block here. So with this I conclude. So what are the topics we have discussed so far is variables, data types and the operators. Thank you.